be obvious. Don't cheat in this class. This year, it's going to be harder than other. Hopefully, you're not cheating anytime. This year, we're going to have a lot of things online, so a lot of things are going to be open book. And it's tricky to cheat open book because you have an open book. It's fine. But copying and pasting somebody else's work, that's still cheating. Okay, don't photocopy somebody's lab paper. Don't have them email you the lab paper, that kind of thing. All right? We're cool with this? You're welcome to work together far apart, right? But just, you gotta do your own work. You do have your masks. I really, really do not want this class to be the reason that everything is shut down. Also, I love you dearly, but I love my children more. And I'm not bringing the plague to them. So masks, don't cover your nose and your mouth. Thank you for wearing it. If for whatever reason you can't, you get some weird facial rash or it's just not working, you can do everything online if you have to, okay? Oh, with that, is the attendance. I'm glad you're here. I was wondering, like, maybe nobody will show up. It's weird. It's like that 10 minutes before your party starts, you're like, is anybody gonna come? They said they'd come. Is this just me? Am I the only one who thinks this? Oh, I don't know. And you know they won't because they're friends, but then, anyways. Glad you're here. Do come. There's no points associated with this besides maybe it's useful for you. But if you're sick or worried about it, please don't come. Lectures are going to be posted. You can play with 3 times speed. While eating popcorn, I don't know. You'll be very excited. Notes are posted, and I'm going to have a bunch of Zoom office hours. So if you're feeling sick, you don't need to drag yourself to class. Please don't. These are never any problems, but I'm supposed to tell you these things. This really, for whatever reason, there are lots of things people need. I'd be happy to help you with. If you're having a hard time seeing the font, I'm suddenly realizing maybe blue on blue wasn't the best design choice. Oh, so pretty. Have a hard time seeing the font, need some special accommodation, email me or come talk to me. Okay. For harassment, this is the one I've never had a problem with in class here, but I should tell you, like, don't throw rocks at your classmates or whatever it is you do to bother them. And in the classroom, you don't have to be here. So if you have something you really need to do, like, I don't know, break up with your significant other via Skype, this is not the place, okay? It's very distracting to anybody sitting behind you. So if you have to do that at this particular time of the day, just don't come to this class and just watch online, okay? I want you here, but not if you're not here. Does that make sense? And suddenly I realized, I don't think I turned off my phone, so I better not ring right now because that would be very embarrassing. Wait, this was not supposed to, this is not, ignore these points. Points are going to come up later. Things that happen for this class, these point codes are not right. You're going to have exams. You have 3 exams plus a final. The 3 exams still happen when class is like here at school. The final happens once you've gone back home after Thanksgiving. It's online. The exams are either online or in person, depending on which one you do. I was asking the 9 o'clock class this question. Online exams, by their nature, I have to make them more conceptual, right? Because if I'm just like, what are, I don't know, which of the following is photosynthesis? A, B, C, D, right? With things. An online exam, you just open the book and you're like, yeah, that's the first paragraph, right? So online exams need to be a lot more like, describe how photosynthesis is different from cellular respiration. Which, it's a good question, and like, you guys can do it, but they have to get at the question a slightly different way. I'm torn between having you all have the exact same exam whether you're in class or online, because then it's the exact same exam, right? Or having one version that's in class and one version that's online, that's slightly different, to prevent some cheating and also just for different things. Does this bother people conceptually if like the class is slightly different? You could choose which one you did unless you're sick, in which case you better take the online one. Does this bother people? People want them all exactly the same? You want them all online? This actually comes up more with quizzes. Like, you could have where every quiz, instead of taking the quiz pencil paper here, you take it on your own time out class. Thoughts, concerns. My current thought is we have quizzes on Friday, regardless, we're getting quizzes. Like, it's good for you that way. If a quiz is on Friday, it's going to be like the last thing Friday. So if you're like, you know what, I want to take the online version, you peace out 15 minutes before the end of class, I'd be like, now it's time to peace out. You peace out. Anybody who's here would take the pencil paper version. They can draw squiggly notes, right? Anybody who wants to take it online or couldn't take it in class would take it online on their own time. Does that work for people? Concerns about this? Okay. I will try to have them be very, very similar, but in my continued effort for cheating prevention, some of the questions might be different. They'd be asking the same types of things, though. Does that make sense? Like, one might say, which one of these things is the function of the Golgi? And the other one might be like, which one of these is the function of the ER? Basically, did you know the function of the parts of the cell? Does that make sense? Anybody feel bothered by this? Okay, sweet. Yay for options. This is why this slide is not supposed to be here on. Sorry. Okay, so quizzes and exams, online or in person, or both. You've got 3 exams plus the final. I'm dropping your lowest exam. So take it, but your lowest exam is being dropped. Except the final, I can't drop the finals. I've asked. The first day I taught this class, I actually just, people's finals was their lowest exam, I dropped it, and then I got told, you can't do that for something about something. You've got homework. I think it's going to be good. Fingers crossed. Homework's online. I know some of you don't have the book yet. I've been in communication with the publisher, and they say that for the first 2 weeks, you can access it even before you have an access code. So like, you don't have an access code, but you'll be able to access it. This will all appear in today's email of doom. The homework has like videos and like little tutorial things. If you don't want to do those, just want to answer questions, cool. If the tutorial things help, that's why they're there. The homework has 3 parts. There's one that's like a reading thing that's basically like, read the book, or here's kind of a summary of the book. You should read the whole book. But the summary is not bad, okay? So there's that. There's the summary part. It's called dynamic learning or something. It's a reading quiz. Which I've never actually done before. This is the first year I'm doing it. But I'm worried because so many people are online. I want to have people like feel that they're all together in class. Reading quiz thing. Then there's the homework part. The homework part should take about an hour. And the idea is it's kind of how you're studying for this class, right? You've got these little animations, you've got things, you've got your book open, you're welcome to talk to your roommate, email your buddy, whatever. That homework part is worth 10 points. If you do it and you grade at it, it's worth 15 points and you're done. Okay? I mean, you might get slightly higher or lower scores. If you do that homework, it's officially worth 10 points. Officially worth 10 points. If you do that homework and you missed something, so you struggled with 1 or 2 or 3 specific concepts, there's a follow-up assignment that immediately shows up. You've got like 3 days to do it. That's specifically those problems. Those types of problems, okay? It's worth 5 points. So homework as a whole is worth 15. If you do the first part and just nail it all, you're done, you get how many points after? If you do the first 10-point part and you struggle, you've got those 10 points, but then there's this other much smaller assignment that's specifically the things that you're like, I don't think this part. Does that make sense? Questions about that? This again is also new, and I'm really, really hoping it's helpful to be like, yeah. Because you don't want to do a million problems of things you know, but you also don't want to be like, I don't know how to do this thing. Okay? This writing assignment is a paper. It's not due till the end of the semester. We'll talk more about it later. Homeworks are going to be due Sunday night. So we start class on Monday. We've got a whole week of like stuff we're doing that week. And then Sunday night's when the homework's due. These first 2 weeks, enough people are coming in and out of the class and trying to figure things out, you're not getting docked points for being late the first two homework assignments. You can do them whenever before finals and get points for them, okay? After that, the homework is, if it's late a day, if it's late 3 weeks, it's only worth 80%. Does that make sense? You can still do it. You could, please don't. It's been attempted doing like all the homework the last week's class. Please don't. Oh, it's sad for everybody, okay? Questions about this? Sorry. Last month was Friday. You figured this out. You're here. Congratulations. Quizzes and exams are going to happen on Fridays. Everything's going to be online. I will be sending you so many emails. Sorry. And then the other big question or thing to worry about is lab. So, lab is going to be, what am I telling you? No, you weren't in the class, Jared. Lab is different than how it usually was. It used to be 3-hour blocks with like big groups of you. You can't do that for reasons. So, it's still about 3 hours of work a week, but that's split into two parts. One part is a 90-minute lab section that you come in, and you fiddle with the microscopes, you look at the amoebas, you get DNA, you do whatever you're doing in lab, okay? 90 minutes in lab. You're going to sign up for those. Dr. Hirsch Jacobson is going to send you an email, and you pick a slot. This week, because again, everybody's everywhere, it's an all virtual lab. I'm very proud of it. I made a new assignment for this virtual lab. I'm hoping it works. Sorry, I said I'm hoping this worked like 18 times today, but I really am. It's gonna be cool. This week's lab is virtual. We'll talk more about it on Wednesday, but the rest of the time, you sign up for a lab. So you sign up for a lab sometime this week. You pick, you know what, Friday or Tuesday, whatever it is your day. You sign up for that time. That time is your time for the rest of the semester. There are 6 options. So there should be some time that works for your schedule, okay? So that's a 90-minute slot. You need to show up at the beginning of the 90-minute slot, and you do the hands-on part, and then you take the data that you collected, and you go to your own space, and you make a graph, so you do the analysis. Fair enough? Online is possible for all of these. So if for whatever reason you can't come to lab, you're sick, or been exposed to somebody who's sick, everything's doable online, okay? They're going to be slightly different online. So like in person, you're going to be fiddling with microscope. Online, you have to be watching videos of the small microorganisms you're supposed to be looking at in the lab. Does that make sense? This week's lab is all about the scientific method. If you understand this comic, you basically have this week's lab nailed down. But yeah. 2 more slides, and I'm going to show you something online. The quiz on Friday, it's going to be a soft pitch quiz. Again, it'll be available online or in person. Your homework is going to be due Sunday, though again, this first one is open for forever, right? You do need to get master biology. This is going to be an email you get sent. Next class, we're talking about chemicals and bonds. It's very exciting. And these would be good things to know if you're wondering, like, I wonder what kind of things might be on the quiz. These type of things are good to know. Cool. Hold on just a second, let me show you, if the computer allows, how you can look at stuff. Have you seen how to use Elnet before? Okay, is this, if you need to leave, that's cool. Briefly, use Elnet. Everything's going to be an Elnet. Something like for lab. This is what it's going to look like. Come on. So let's change to, yours looks like this. Okay, so if you wanted the assignment, you'd be like, oh, okay, lab assignment. This week's lab assignment is here. You click on it, there's just a Word document that has a bunch of questions and explanations and all sorts of things. On Wednesday, I'll give you some of the materials to do this lab. That's the lab. Then you turn in the answers to the lab here, coursework. You're going to see coursework for like all of your classes. So this one, there we go. This one, there's no time limit, but you can only turn in once. So you do it, you save it, you work on it, you save it, and then you submit it. Most people, for these kind of things, prefer to answer questions in like a Word document, just in case something terrible happens, and then transfer all their answers over all at once. However you want to do it works fine. On most of your computers, this should go way faster. You've got questions, you've got things to answer, right? You can type in the little box, you can attach files, you do all sorts of things. And then once you're done, you submit it. This is going to look very similar if you're doing the online quizzes. You take the online quiz. The online quiz is going to be tough, though. And then you click submit, and you're good to go. Questions? It's going to be good. I think that's everything. Thank you for coming. Look for a boring email. And yeah, this is going to be a good semester. It's going to be a weird semester. But years from now, you'll be like, I remember. I'm supposed to tell you to exit that door. And if you got questions, I will be there for that. Hi. Sorry. You're good. Everything should be available online and luckily posted. Luckily posted. The assignments are all available online. Yeah, I'm really sorry, but thanks for letting me know. 2 seconds. Let me turn this off before I run out of my battery. And yes.